What up, YouTube? Ed coming back with a Mail Day recap video. This will probably be my final video before the National. The National is 2 weeks out. You heard that right, 2 weeks out from the show. Unbelievable how fast the National has approached. But in case you haven't been watching any of my recent videos, I will be there Tuesday till Saturday. Get in there early on Tuesday, mostly because a bunch of us are going to the White Sox Phillies game to see the Fightin' Phils in the South Side. So that should be a great time. And then I'll be leaving midday Saturday, about like 5, 6 o'clock out of Chicago. So probably we'll only go to the show for a little bit on Saturday, but we'll see, one day at a time. But really looking forward to it. The National's always a great time. Also hoping to hit up the Golden State Valkyries Chicago Sky game, which is at DePaul's University on Friday. Think me and Big Scott might be hitting that up. So just a lot of things to do. Then there's also obviously the National, but it's going to be a great time. The National is always incredible. And then we also, before I forget and show off any cards, we also have the Baseball Collector Shindig at the Embassy Suites. Same location as it's been for quite a while. It's an incredible venue. There's tons of space. If you're watching this video, trying to spread the word about the event, it's on Thursday, takes place after the National, so 6 o'clock, and there's no set time towards it ends. So if you're a commenter, lurker, troll, watcher, whatever, video maker, stop on by. It's always a great time. Hang out with people, shoot the breeze, get some cold beers after what's going to be a very probably hot day in Chicago. So it's always a lot of fun. Every year I have a tradition of doing the art of the deal, doing a trade there. But my trading partner, Jeremy, Mr. Smooth, is not going to be at the National this year. So might bring a couple cards with me to try to entice some people for art of the deal, non-Big Smooth edition. But we'll see how that goes. Let's get into these cards. What have I been purchasing up until the National? So we're going to start off with a Phillies legend. This is from 2003 Don Russ. This is number 3 out of 5. Paid $1.50 for this gem. This is the Team Heroes of Jeremy Giambi. Awesome card. There's only 5 in existence, and I have one of them. Somewhere in Pennsylvania, Myco is raging. Probably smashed a keyboard or two. But thrilled to add this into the Phillies collection. So, what other video are you going to see a Jeremy Giambi card? I don't know. Versions of this card. But we got the Sabrina Ionescu Night Night. So Sabrina dropping the Night Night. The Steph Curry celebration. The purple is numbered out of 149. So, if you can find these for a pretty cool price, suggest picking them up. Really, just a cool card. And then we got the Red Wave of the Night Night. So, bang, 2 Sabrina Ionescu's. Also picked this up for potentially the National. Bought one for Big Scott as well. Diana Taurasi's going to be there. She's signing on Friday. Believe it or not, she's actually one of the cheaper autographs there from TriStar. So I bought one of these if I'm kind of enticed to maybe get it signed. This is the Panini Instant with her and Caitlin Clark. It's kind of a dark surface card there with the crowd. So I'm not sure what kind of Sharpie would look the best on this. But I definitely think it's a cool card to potentially get signed. They only made 2,682 of these. But bought 2 of them just in case Big Scott also maybe wants to get one signed. Because he did mention potentially getting some autographs from the TriStar Pavilion. A lot of them are crazy expensive, but shockingly, Tarasi is pretty cheap. And the final, well, not the final sports card here. Bought this for $3 more than if I would have gave it to GameStop to get it graded from PSA. So essentially, I'm trying to tell you it was cheap. This is from 2024 Select WNBA. Another in Fuego. This one of Sabrina. So, in the PSA Gem Mint 10. But this is like the first one I ran across that was the base version that was actually graded. And like I said, to essentially get it for the price that it's already graded, that it would cost me to get the card graded, that's kind of a, yeah, sure, why not? Already am a huge fan of the Fuegos. If you've been watching my videos recently, you know I'm a fan of that set. And Sabrina's a baller, so got that into the collection. And the final card here that I purchased, I got another 92 Enemy Leader of the Pack cards. This is the Ace of Spades in a PSA 9. We got the Ian Curtis card. Ian Curtis of Joy Division. There's the back, the Enemy. But I've been watching this for a while. PSA had this up on their eBay. I noticed it got like 5 or 6 more watchers recently, and I'm like, it's already relatively cheap. It was only up there for $49.99 or best offer. Sent a $40 offer, and it was accepted, so happy to get this into the collection. This should complement the one I have already of the Smiths and Morrissey. Little Manchester Enemy Leader of the Packs. Ian Curtis, rest in peace. And the final 2 cards here, these are not purchases that I've made recently. These are cards that I've got from the National. Because a lot of people have been talking about what's your game plan going into the National. And I kind of never necessarily have a game plan. There are specific cards that I look for, but if they're not priced right, I'm not paying a premium. And I always try to tell people, put money aside for those spontaneous purchases, because there will always be a card at the National that you're going to run across that you had no idea about or was never on your radar, but you'll see it and it will speak to you. And this is a perfect example of that. This is a card that I purchased last year. I believe I was with Scotty Tradition when I bought this card, but as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. I just kept walking in a circle thinking of what to offer the dealer off his sticker. And it's the Sweet Spot Signatures of Harry Kalas. So I grew up I'm a Phillies fan, grew up in Philadelphia. To me, Harry Kalas was the voice of summer. And when I saw this card, I just had to have it in the collection. You know, didn't go in with a game plan to potentially add a Harry Kalas autograph into my collection, but walking around and seeing that, man, it just took me back to, you know, being a kid, being in grade school, enjoying my summers, going down the shore, hearing Harry Kalas's voice on the radio while you're taking the drive on the Jersey Turnpike, or when you're driving on the Pennsylvania Turnpike going up to the mountains, and just hearing he was the voice that we heard. And man, I've been going back recently and watching old Phillies games from the 90s, late 90s, when the Phillies were really not that good. And just going back and watching those old games at the Vet has just been getting me really nostalgic recently. And I've been blowing up the chat, particularly with Ray and Mike O, about some old 90s games, and just hearing Harry and hearing Whitey, Andy Musser, even Wheels. And just really, really enjoying those games, bringing back memories. And this card, whenever I look at it, I just think of all the great memories of listening to Harry Kalas. So, and it's numbered out of 25. This National, I think, is going to be crazy. I think it's just going to be crammed to the gills. I'm just praying that air condition holds up, because if it don't, man, I'm going to be taking an early day. Going to be taking an early lift out of there. Peace, y'all. Have a great one. See you in Chicago. Stay frosty.
Good.